Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down the anatomy of a hero's origin story. How do you take a reluctant outsider and forge them into a leader? Well, we're going to dive deep into the epic tale of Dragon Ranger to see exactly how it's done. So let's start with a question that's really at the heart of this whole story. What truly makes someone a hero? I mean, is it just about having raw power or some kind of pre-written destiny? Or is it the choices they make when the stakes are at their absolute highest? We're about to see how one character answers that, one tough decision at a time.
So, our story kicks off in the world of Ryugeya. And you gotta understand, this place is basically haunted by the memory of a huge, devastating war. Everyone is just clinging to this one prophecy, this hope that a legendary hero, the Dragonheart, will come back and fix everything. It's a classic fantasy setup, right? Big epic lore, world-saving stakes, the stage is set for a grand destiny.
But here's the thing. Our story doesn't begin with that grand legend. Nope. It starts with Rei's Dragonheart. And he's just a nervous new kid at school. An outsider, really, already getting picked on for his family name. All he wants is a simple first day. A plan that, as you can probably guess, is about to get completely and utterly derailed.
Okay, just look at this contrast for a second. His plan? I'm going to study. Simple enough. The reality. Rescues, revelations, bullies, and monsters. The whole shebang. And this isn't just for dramatic effect, It's the story's way of throwing a whole bunch of unplanned moral tests at him, revealing his true character long before he ever has to face a real enemy.
I mean, just look at this sequence. He helps an old lady, no questions asked, finds a wounded ranger and doesn't hesitate. And this is the big one. He uses his forbidden healing powers to save her life, knowing full well what could happen to him for doing it. And then, he just shows up late to class and quietly takes the heat. This isn't just a bunch of stuff happening. This is character development in action.
So all these quiet little acts of just being a good person, they don't go unnoticed, and they lead him right into his first major public test. But get this, it's not against some fire-breathing dragon. Nope, it's against the school bully, the very aptly named Evil Egan, in a showdown that's basically designed to break Rei's spirit.
But here's the twist. Reis refuses to fight. And you might think, oh, he's scared. But no, this isn't about cowardice. This is conviction. He lives by this two-part code from his father, the way of the sword. This is his moral compass, and it's about to be put through the ringer.
I mean, he endures this absolutely brutal, one-sided beating just to stick to his principles. The only reason he finally fights back is when Egan disrespects his dad's sword, which is literally the symbol of that code he lives by. And that right there proves everything. His real strength isn't about pride or fighting skill, it's rooted in his beliefs. It's a huge character-defining moment. Okay, so this act of defiance, yeah, that doesn't go unnoticed. His integrity actually gets him a lot of unwanted attention, and it leads straight to an elaborate trap set for him at Kaiser Lake. And make no mistake, this is not some random monster attack. This is a calculated setup, designed to force his hand and expose whatever secrets he's hiding.
And it all starts with this seemingly innocent invitation. Arisa, the same girl he just saved, asks him to help her find a lost ring by the lake. Yeah, nothing suspicious about that at all, right?
But of course, it's a total setup. She fakes falling into the lake, and Reis, being Reis, just instinctively dives in to save her, dislocating his own arm in the process. A couple drops of his blood hit the water, and bam! That's the trigger. The real trap is sprung.
This monstrous thing, the Kagwa Serpentia, just erupts from the water. And what started as a mean-spirited prank suddenly turns into a very real life-or-death battle. And all the other students, the ones with all their cool elemental powers, completely useless against this thing.
And this is it. This is the big turning point of the whole story. Pushed to his absolute limit, with no other choice if he wants to save Arasa, Reis finally unleashes his true power, his secret art, and just like that, the secret's out. He is way more than just some humble swordsman. So, by saving the day, Reis' secret is officially out in the open. He's revealed his true power, but it came at a price. His quiet life is over. Now he's got a brand new mission, rescuing Eris's family. But there's no way he can do it alone. And to get the official green light for this rescue mission, the Dragon Lord, he's the big boss of the guild, has one condition.
Reese has to join an elite team, a fractured, broken team that absolutely, 100% does not want him. And this right here creates this huge internal conflict that, honestly, is often way more compelling than any monster fight.
And you can just feel how volatile this team dynamic is going to be. I mean, he's not joining some happy band of brothers here. He's an intruder, walking into a team that's still grieving a lost member. You've got Aurora, who's openly hostile, and Darak, who just sees him as a rival to be tested. It's a total powder keg waiting to go off.
Aurora's reaction pretty much makes the stakes crystal clear. She sees Reyes as nothing more than an unwelcome replacement for her lost friend. Her words are a clear warning shot, right? The friction inside this team might end up being way more dangerous than any monster they have to fight.
And so, for their very first mission together, where do they go? Of course, it's into the deadly Forest of Shades, a place that's already got its own dark legends, and is home to a pretty terrifying mythical foe.
Now, the threat here isn't just a big wolf with sharp teeth, it's metaphysical. You heard that right. The legend says that if you kill this monster, Saberfang, its spirit possesses you. You become the new Kygnus King. So yeah, that adds a whole new layer of psychological dread to this thing. Winning the fight could literally cost you your soul.
And right out of the gate, the journey starts to expose everyone's flaws. We find out Reese has this crippling fear of heights, Aurora's recklessness gets her stuck in quicksand, and guess who has to save her? Reese, his biggest antagonist. And then they get ambushed by a pack of wolves. I mean, they're barely one day in, and they're already trapped, surrounded, and forced to rely on each other just to survive.
And that is what makes this such a compelling setup for what comes next. The real question isn't just, can they defeat the monster? It's, can they overcome their own internal conflicts first? The real battle might just be the one happening within the team itself. So what do you think? What lies ahead for Team Kira?